Okay, so let's take a look at these equations. All right, so we have 2/3 times 3/4. That would be 6/12 or 1/2. So looking at this, is the product less than 1? Yep. So that was 2/3 times 3/4. All right. Did I multiply the numerators and the denominators? Yep. So that's 2/3 times 3/4. The product is less than both? Yeah, absolutely. So 6/12 is 1/2. That is less than 3/4. It is less than 2/3. Let's see the next one. 1/3 times 1/4, 1/12. The answer is going to be yes to all three. So we should have 1/3 times 1/4 on all three things. Let's look at the next one. 2/3 times 2. This is going to give me 4/3. Okay, which one does this go under? 4/3, is that less than 1? No, 4/3 is not less than 1. So it looks like when we have a whole number, sometimes we are going to get an answer above 1. Right? So that doesn't go there. Let's see this one. I can multiply the numerators and the denominators. Yeah, basically, because this is 2 over 1, right? So 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 1 is 3. So that can go there. And then the product is less than both. 4/3 is definitely less than 2. 4/3 is not less than 2/3. So this is not correct either. Or it's not here. The only one it goes under is this one. Okay, it's this one. All right, what about 3/4 times 2? That would be 6/4. Okay, same here. So this is going to be, I can multiply the numerators and the denominators to get the answer. Okay, this is greater than 1. And again, it is only less than the 2. It's not less than that 3. It's actually double, right? Because I'm multiplying by 2. Okay. Now let's look at this one. 1/3 times a 1 1/3. We can rewrite that as, again, there's 3 wholes here, so that's 4/3. That's 1/3 times 4/3, which is equal to 4/9. So again, 4/9, that's less than 1. Okay. So this could go under there. And actually, if this is a 1, so I guess it depends on the whole number, maybe. Interesting. So this is less than 1. I multiplied, once I changed it to an improper fraction, I multiplied the numerators and the denominators. And the answer is less than 1 1/3, but it is more than 1/3. Okay, so now we're seeing another pattern. When that number is greater than 1, okay, 1 or greater, that answer is going to be less than one factor and greater than the other factor. Okay, it's still going to be less than 1. Okay, less than one factor. And here, 2/3 times 1 1/2, that can be rewritten as 2/3 times 1 whole and halves is 2, so that would be 3/2, and that would be 6 or 1 whole. 1 whole, cool. So again, this one, I can multiply the numerators and denominators together. We've seen that for all of them. That is definitely true for all numbers. When we're dealing with fractions, we can have multiply numerators and denominators. And this 1 is less than 1 1/2, but it is quite more than 2/3. Okay, so looking back at here, all of the products are less than 1. That is only for 2 proper fractions. So even if those proper fractions are like 9/10 times 11/12, that is 99 120ths. That's less than 1. Okay, no matter what you have, if you have 2 fractions that are less than 1, your answer is going to be less than 1. I mean, think about it. 1 times 1, that's 1. So anything less than these two numbers, it's going to be less. That's just how that goes. You can multiply the numerators and denominators, and that will give you the product. Yes. So anything that we do, we can change it into an improper fraction or proper fraction, multiply those numerators together and the denominators, and that will give us the product. The product is less than both. Okay, it's only less than both when they are when they're proper fractions, just like it's the only time that they're less than 1. And it's always less than one of them. If you are multiplying by a fraction that is less than 1, your answer is always going to be less than one of the factors. Okay. Sometimes it's both if they're both proper fractions. Okay. Now we're going to move on. Again, this is where, depending on how far you went, you're either going to be working on this now, or you might have to push it to tomorrow. So here, what I think I'm going to do, it says write equal, greater than, or less than to make each statement true. I'm probably going to go over all 6 at once. Okay, so if you do make some mistakes, because I think the videos would be too short, and then I'll do 7 on its own as well. All right, enjoy.